We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
A very good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you will watch this video. So as we have started a new series based on thermodynamics, so we will discuss about the thermodynamics laws. In my previous video already I have explained about the first law of thermodynamics, and today I come with 2 new topics, in which first one is your zeroth law of thermodynamics and second one is your third law of thermodynamics. For second law, separate video is present. You can watch this video. Now we will start with the second law of thermodynamics. It is a very easy law, easy to understand, that in zeroth law we are considering 3 bodies, say body A, B and C. That is body A, B and C. Now law is what actually, if body A is in thermal equilibrium with body B, that means body A temperature and body B temperature both are same. That is the meaning of what? Body A is in thermal equilibrium with body B. And if body B is in thermal equilibrium with body C, that means body B and body C both have same temperature, then what we can say, that then body A and C both are in thermal equilibrium with each other. That means it is somewhat like this. If that person A is there, person B is there and person C is there. If person A is the friend of person B and if person B is the friend of person C, that means ultimately what we can say, person A and C both are friend with each other, you can say like this. So simple law it is that body A is in, suppose if body A is in thermal equilibrium with body B and body B is in thermal equilibrium with body C, then what we can say, body A and body C both are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Now supposing if I will consider only single body A, now if I will say that body A is in thermal equilibrium, then that statement would be correct or not? Because another body is not present. I am considering a single body which is body A. Then we can say that body A is in thermal equilibrium. Yes, we can say, when we can say that body A is in thermal equilibrium, that body A temperature, supposing body A temperature is 27 degrees centigrade and surrounding temperature is also 27 degrees centigrade. That means between body A and surrounding no heat transfer takes place. That is why we can say that body A is in thermal equilibrium. So basic meaning of thermal equilibrium means what? When you will consider a single body, that between body and surrounding or between system and surrounding no heat transfer is present, then only you can say like this, that body is in thermal equilibrium. But over here you are considering 3 bodies, so that is why we will talk about temperature of that A, B is same, B and C is same. So what we can say, temperature of A and C will also be same. That means ultimately body A and C will also in thermal equilibrium with each other. But actual meaning of thermal equilibrium means what? That there is no heat transfer between system and surrounding. Then we can say that body is in thermal equilibrium. So that is all about the third law, which is very easy law. Now we'll move on with the third law of thermodynamics. Third law of thermodynamics is what? That it says that entropy is 0. Over here I wrote entropy is 0 at absolute 0 temperature. Now before understanding this law, entropy what? Is a new word for you. Already you have studied in your school also. So entropy means what? That it is a measurement of disorderness. Measurement of disorderness. Now measurement of disorderness means what? If I want to explain measurement of disorderness over here, meaning of entropy. So if I will consider one rod, if I will metallic rod, if I want to consider one rod, so I can say like that, in a rod so many molecules are present. Suppose 1 molecule, 2 molecules, so many molecules are present. Now right now these molecules are present at its original position. They are not moving. That means now in a rod, whatever molecules are present, they are following some order. They are in order position. ठीक. अच्छा. Now if I will supply the heat at first end, if I will supply the heat at first end, so what's happened? First molecule will absorb the heat, that molecule will absorb the heat. Now original position or order position of that molecule, supposing I am marking over here. Now when that molecule will absorb the heat, so what's happened? That molecule will travel to another molecule and that molecule will transfer the heat to the another molecule. That means that order position has been changed over here. Now next particle will be heated, that particle will travel to the another particle or molecule, it will transfer the heat, then the another particle will transfer to one another particle, it will be heated, so that propagation of the heat will be like this. And after some time, same amount of the heat you are able to get on the last end also that you have supplied at the first end. So that is the propagation of the heat. And due to the propagation of the heat, what's happened? Whatever ordered positions are there for each and every molecule, they are changing their positions. Suppose for first molecule, order position is this, but after supplying the heat, what's happened? It will change its position. So that molecule has disordered its position. So that is the disordered position. And if you will measure the distance between ordered position and disordered position, so that thing is known as measurement. And measurement of what? Which thing you are measuring? You are measuring the disorderness. Okay? How much distance that molecule has disordered. So that is known as entropy, S, which is denoted by S. So entropy means what? It is a measurement. It is a measurement of what? Disorderness. And unit of entropy, if I want to write, so it is your kilojoule per kg Kelvin. That is the unit of entropy. I hope in entropy you get the concept. So now next is what? Entropy is zero. Entropy is zero. Entropy is zero means what? Over here, molecule is not changing its position. That means whatever initial position is there, that will be your final position. That means no heat is supplied. Then only initial position is exactly equals to final position. Then only the distance between initial and final position is zero. And that distance is what? Measurement of disorderness. And that means entropy is zero when heat is not supplied. That means over here temperature would be zero. So entropy is zero at absolute zero temperature. Now absolute zero temperature means what? That it is a temperature which is measured with the help of gas thermometer. Now the lowest temperature you can measure with the help of gas thermometer. Generally two types of the thermometers are there. First thermometer is known as liquid glass thermometer, in which mercury is used. So that liquid glass thermometer cannot measure the lowest temperature. Why? Because inside of that thermometer mercury or some liquid is present and density of liquid is high compared to gas. So liquid cannot be compressed, so it cannot be measured, it cannot measure the lowest temperature. But if in thermometer, if you will feel the gas, so what's happened? It can measure the lowest temperature. Why? Because gas can be compressed more compared to liquid, and if gas will be compressed more, so it will indicate the minimum temperature, and that minimum temperature is nothing but the absolute zero temperature. So over here at absolute zero temperature, which is measured with the help of gas thermometer, your entropy, which is measurement of disorderness, is zero. So I hope in this third law also concepts are clear. Now we will meet with the new video with the remaining law, which is your second law. Up till then, read hard, work hard. Thank you very much.